Roger Sofula here, also known as Waziri wa Akili. And just for a brief moment, please allow me to talk to you about the power that we human beings have to choose how to respond to people, to circumstances and situations that happen in our lives. For instance, you are walking on the street and someone steps on your foot, then walks away without saying a word. What will you do? Will you shout? Will you run after the person? Or will you just let go? Whichever response that you will adopt comes with either a positive or a negative consequence. But then you realize if you are in that situation, then most probably there is a response that you would adopt towards the act of being stepped upon and not being told sorry, for instance. The other question is, what is happening or what happened in your life and how are you responding to it? Just keep in mind that you have so many people, for instance, or few who are very important to you. And also in their lives, I will also wish to presume that you are important to them. So that means you are also important. So if they're important to you, you're important to them. It also means that you are important. And if you're important, then you could also be important to yourself. All right, let's proceed. So as someone who is important to yourself, all right, as a person who is important to yourself or to himself or to herself, either way. So that could also mean that you are responsible for yourself or responsible to yourself. And that means the direction that your life takes and the decisions that you may take, you are fully accountable for them, first to yourself, then to other people. The other reality is, as long as you're alive, challenges will come. Unfair things will be done to you. Distressing words or acts may be performed against you. So what are you going to do? As the most important, let's say, as someone who is important to himself or to herself or to yourself, what are you going to do? How are you responding to that? Or rather, how will you respond to that? Let's trickle it down from the aspect that you are important to yourself. Then that could also mean, even when the unfair things are done or happen to you, when the challenges come, when the adverse experiences sweep you off, remember that you still have a choice to decide how to respond to all these people and to all these negative experiences. And therefore, the key to weathering the storms of life lies in adopting responses that are healthy to your mental well-being. No matter how many bad and negative and atrocious experiences you may ever go through, please allow me to remind you that at the end of the day, no matter how painful it could get, you still have the power to choose and to decide how to respond to these situations. Number one, as a human being. Number two, as someone who is important to himself or to yourself. And number three, as someone who is taking full responsibility over his or her own life. Bye-bye.